All right. Well, imagine some time in the not too distant future when you and your family sit down for a meal of bioengineered meat and all the fixins. Yum. People like you are emailing this story to each other this morning. You see, researchers at the University of South Carolina are among the few around the world to grow meat in a laboratory. They say the bio meat could help solve world hunger problems, but what will it taste like? Well, it depends on what you ask for. Scientists believe they'll be able to grow the meat to taste. Now at 9, can you imagine a time when you'll nosh on some bioengineered meat? Or will you go vegetarian before all that happens?
Woo.
Wow.
That's an interesting topic. You know, if you're a vegetarian, can you eat this meat? That's what I'm wondering.
We're wondering,
That's my question.
It's one of those situations. I agree with the world hunger, option here. But at the same time, do we really want our meat grown in a laboratory? But then there's the flip side that, our cattle is being, is at an exorbitant amount. We're losing. You talk about that because I know you and I discussed that before.
Yeah.
Right.
There's documentaries out. Journalists have done this story too. In countries like South America, where you have a lot of farms that are breeding these cattle, raising them for our meat here in the United States, you've got deforestation. The rainforest there is coming crumbling down. The environment there is being destroyed by all the cattle that's down there because of our demand for the meat. So if you grow it in a laboratory, you get rid of that problem, in theory.
Or you could do the flip side and stop eating so much meat, because that's
Absolutely
the problem.
not.
I mean, we're taxing our cattle, we're taxing, these farms, but it keeps our farmers in business. Let's just use farmers here in America to, start producing some of this meat. I just get very uneasy about anything that's in a lab or genetically enhanced, which most of our foods are.
But let's be
fair about that. Most of our foods are
might not be more
genetically
beef
enhanced.
recalls. You've got these E. coli recalls that happen, mad cow disease scares. You might not have to worry about that if it's all grown in the laboratory.
Let's all go vegetarian or vegan. That's probably what we're all saying. Let's get to your comments on Facebook. Marilyn McCall says, no, I don't like to think of the big, soft, brown-eyed cows anyway, but that's better than a Petri dish with who knows what.
And John writes, I would not eat that kind of meat. I like the good old-fashioned butchering and cleaning of a real animal for our food. It's a good picture. Besides, it's better going organic and not some made-up filler food.
Oh, well, Karen says, I'm close to going vegetarian as it is. This may just push me over the edge.
Yeah, Brian Frederick writes, I wouldn't go vegetarian, but I definitely won't be eating bioengineered meat. If that is what the meat tomorrow is, I'm going to be doing a lot of hunting in the future. And it will be interesting to see how this changes the way we do come to the dinner table, because there's a lot of people who don't want any parts of anything grown in a lab, and there's a lot of people who don't eat meat. So it'll be interesting to see, I say, more seafood, maybe, more fish.
Genetically engineered lobster? I don't know. Maybe it'll be cheaper,
Today's
laboratory value versus